Virgo, I'm getting there's someone here in your life who's like is having a tower moment. Their whole world is about to collapse. I feel like this person is kind of in this thing where I don't know if there's like some ghosting going on here, or they ghosted you and you're just like, hey, I can ghost you back, that kind of thing. But I feel like this person is like completely trapped right now. Like they're having a mental breakdown, Virgo. Okay, because there's, they can only see you in their dreams, but even there, they can't get a full picture. They're trying to. Everything else in their life is clear, but there's something here going on. It's like you're a ghost. And I feel like they're trying to connect with you in some way, even if it's just like energetically, or like there's some kind of kinetic motion of some sort, something you did or didn't return. It's like a ripple effect is what I feel. Cause and effect energy, and this person, like, oh my gosh, it's an ego breakdown as well. Big shock to the ego. Big ego hit to the crown. Look. So we're going to get into this and see what's going on with this person and find out, like, how this even came about, what's going on with it, what's going to come of it. All right, so we're looking at the end of August, going into the middle of September. Complete collapse, complete breakdown. All right, smash that like button, you guys, and do subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Okay, let's get into this reading.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to.
All right, see what's going on here, Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Personal reading link is in the description box down below if you want to book a reading. All right. Ooh, a whole bunch of cards flipped out. Look, you got the Devil, Strength, trying to be strong. Yeah, somebody walked away. Okay, somebody walked away. Many unknowns, lots of uncertainty, maybe lies, deception. Trying to be strong in a toxic situation. Okay, not having the full picture. It's not clear. Trying to trust the intuition and move on. Did you walk away? Are you done? Yeah, somebody broke the chain. Maybe you. There was a bondage thing going on here. There was like a obsessive kind of energy in this relationship. It was not healthy. Very toxic. Very, very toxic. Okay? Somebody trying to maintain, trying to self-love while being in an abusive or toxic kind of connection. Never having clarity, walking away from it. All right, and that's what I feel like. Somebody left. Maybe it's you, or you both did. But somebody's collapsing, breaking down. Okay, who do we have on the table so far? Leo, Capricorn, Pisces, Scorpio. All right, let's take a look here. What's going on with this person? It looks like they're trying to... There's definitely like some kind of fantasy thing going on. And of course that would be with the Devil there. Person lives in a fantasy world. Okay, King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Seeking clarity. I feel like this person is trying to find you or will be looking for you. They're calculating. They got to do something in their mind. They got to do something. Okay, they don't like not being able to see you is what I'm getting with that ghost there. You're just like an apparition to them. They don't like not being able to see you, not being able to contact you, you know what I mean? Like you're unreachable, right? You're in the dreams, but you're unreachable. They can't contact you. They can't see what's going on in your life. They can't see, they can only imagine where you're living, how your job's going, what you look like. What your successes, like, are you having successes in life? Or maybe they can see that, but they can't connect with you, okay? So maybe there's just all these visions. And yeah, they're kind of thinking to themselves, oh, Virgo, Virgo's doing better without me. Maybe they are seeing that you're doing better without them. But I feel like this is you, and you're just like John Cena. Like, you can't see me, right? That's kind of what I feel like is going on here. And there's a calculating presence in their mind right now, going through the rest of this time period. They're coming after you. They're coming after you to find out. They want the information. Very curious. Going to make some major shift and change, do something unexpected. It's very calculating energy, very strategic. They're going to make some strategic moves towards you to be able to bring this, I want to say, like these visions or whatever they're thinking, because it's kind of like filling in the gaps. They don't know what's going on, and they want to see what's going on with you. What's going on? Are you with somebody else? Have you moved on? Are you done? Are you gone? Like what? Like they're on the verge of collapse here if they don't do something, and they feel like they need to do something. It's killing them, trying to prevent. Okay, the 8 of Swords goes to the 9, which is the start of like a nervous breakdown, and then the 10 of Swords, complete collapse and surrender. But they're trying to avoid that, okay? But they need to collapse. They need to collapse. I don't know why. Maybe because something was toxic or there was addiction involved. This person needs to collapse and surrender, but they're trying to avoid that. Yeah, I mean, who wants to be defeated? Who wants to feel that sense of defeat? They want to keep doing what they're doing without having a loss. But you're giving them a loss of some sort. You're like, shut the door. Shut the front door. Can I pet that dog? No. You cannot pet the dog. You cannot talk to the dog. You cannot come see the dog. The door is shut. Did you shut a door? Looks like you definitely moved away, at least emotionally, from the connection in some way, you know? And that's not a temporary leave. This is, I'm gone. This is complete withdrawal, retreat, moving on, abandonment. You've abandoned something. Even if you were abandoned, you are like rubber and glue, baby. I know you are, but what am I? I'm rubber, you're glue. What you do bounces off me and goes back to you. I'm going to do the same exact thing. And that's what I feel like your energy is here. And they don't like that. It's loss of control. Loss of, I feel like whoever your person is here, maybe whoever they were, very calculating, not emotional, very strategic kind of a person. And you're defeating the strategy, right? It's very simple, right? Just get out of the ring. That's how you win. So if you're trying to win, like against them, if you're competing, I don't know if you are, or you're just trying to win your life back in some way. Maybe you are. If something here, I feel like you've done enough. With the Strength card, you stayed strong, okay, with someone in some type of a relationship that was full of lies and deception. Look at that. The devil and the moon, they go hand in hand. Okay, you were maybe even trying to domesticate someone, because Virgo's the most domesticated zodiac sign of all the zodiacs, okay? Maybe you were trying to support this person. Maybe you're trying to help them love themselves, get out of this, some kind of addiction, or you were doing something to some degree. Not all of you, okay, right? The messaging will be for everybody. You kept letting them pet that dog. Sorry, I can't stop saying that. I know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Can I pet that dog? No. Kelly, stop saying that phrase. I'm going to pin a little phrase here on my desk. Anyway, back to the reading, right? So here you are trying to love yourself through all their mess. Did you get tired? It's like you were exhausted, perhaps? You just like, you gave up. You gave up. You were the stable one here. Looks like you were the stable one, trying to hold up all 4 pillars in a very destructive relationship. You were the stable one. You guys, maybe you weren't in the beginning, okay? But it looks like you did stabilize. Obviously, you must have, I mean, for you to walk away, like if you weren't stabilized, if you weren't emotionally healthy, you would have kept staying in it. But if you left or you walked away and you're just like, I don't need this, I'm done with this. Somehow, some way, you realized what was best for you. Okay. All right. So here they are. Right. They're definitely going to try to come back, try to get information, try to find out what's going on, because they're trying to avoid collapse and surrender. And if you're that Virgo that's like, you know what, I need this person to get their ish together, the best thing you can do is not enable. You've already walked away, but if you want them to come to you, surrendered and ready to do what they need to do, right? It looks like not returning is the best possible chance, because they got to hit some kind of rock bottom, or keeping your distance at best. Okay, so yeah, they're on the verge of collapse here, trying to prevent a nervous breakdown. They don't want to give up their toxic ways. They don't want to give up that lifestyle. Their thought process, you could just get back in. This is the strategy. If they could just get back in and try to, like, I don't know, sweet talk you, give you these fantasy dreams and ideas. Maybe there's some trauma bonding or in you, or give you a little love bombing or a sense of hope. And that's why they do that, so they don't have to kind of like face themselves, keep everything sweet and nice. Okay? They're giving me that song. Remember that group, Till Tuesday? Voices Carry. I don't know why they're giving me that song. They're giving me that song. I'm not going to sing it. Excuse me, let me see. Yeah, right? Look at you. Virgo, you are too good for this person. Way too good. If you didn't feel like you were before, you are now. They know it. Look at you. You got Empress energy. You are the leader of all the queens. You have that mothering, nurturing energy, Virgo. That's why you were number one for them. They could extract so much of what they needed from you. But that toxic plume that they were giving you and you were breathing in was destroying your beauty. It was destroying your physique. It was destroying your peace. It was destroying, I just want to say your magic. Even maybe your ability to be a good parent or a grandparent. We're all up in age here, so, well, not everybody, right? Making you ill, right? Because that's how they saw you. Maybe you felt like the Empress in the reverse, very dependent on them. Maybe you had limited resources. You were doing your best. But this is why they are trying not to be this, trying not to collapse. They need your understanding and your patience and your nurturing so that they need your enabling so they can keep doing what they're doing, okay? So, yeah, are they going to be back? 100%. Are they going to come back with something different? Yes. They're strategizing. Let's take a look. How are they going to come back in? Different than before. I've done a lot of self-reflection. I've done a lot of thinking. This is fake. This is not real. I've done a lot of internal taking stock. I've had a spiritual awakening. I'm just like you, Virgo. They're going to come in with that energy just like you. They're going to mimic you. Because I know you talked about that. I know that's what you're all about. If you're here listening, I know that's where you're at in life. That's your thing. They're going to mimic you. They try to show up somehow, some way. I've been alone. I haven't been with anybody. I've just been on my own. I just keep thinking about you and everything that I've missed and we've missed, right? But they said I've missed. It's not about that and you. It's about them and their loss. Okay? But I've had these amazing, I've had this, I've really gone in deep to figure out. I know I haven't given you what you needed, but I have clarity. I'm on a quest for personal truth. That's the strategy. It's a little bit of a tactic. I just saw the 10 of Wands. I know I've been such a burden on you, or I've brought so much struggle to the relationship. All for why? To get back to receive again your empathy, your love, your care. But do they deserve it? Do they deserve that kind of access to you? Look, I've had a spiritual awakening. I see it differently now. Yeah, so they'll be back with this. And I don't feel like that might be something you have ever heard from them. If you have, it just, there's definitely, it's going to ring a bell. And that's their intention, is to ring your bell, okay? I've gone back to church. I'm in a recovery program. I'm seeing a priest. I'm seeing a counselor. I'm seeing a therapist. And they're not coming back with this, give me another chance. They're not asking for that. They're giving you like this resume statement, which is just like a way to convince you. They're hoping that you're going to look at their new resume of what they have been building within themselves and what they've been doing since you've been gone. But the fact is, it's because they don't have access to you. And that's really what they want, okay? King of Wands here. They're going to be very bold about this, right? And I feel like in a lot of ways, this is going to be something you've not seen before about them. Coming in bold and confident, I will tell you that. Coming in with this leadership energy, this powerful, very charming, be very courageous, like charming, okay, on you, right? Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But look at you, Virgo. Look at you. Virgo's like, sorry, Virgo, you're on your own. You're doing your thing. You know what you have inside of you, okay? But I see you being single, ready to mingle, if you are, okay? Look at this, high value for sure. Working on your business, working on your money, your financial goals. This is stability, solo pleasures, okay? You have the wisdom of an elder, but you sure look like a young maiden. You sure look good. I don't need no man. I don't need no woman. I could take care of my bills and my business. Independence, 100%. They don't like that. They're not liking that. Because you're their lifeline. Lifeblood. You're their lifeline, Virgo. That's why they will always come back to you, Virgo. They will always return to you. I mean, it's like that old movie, what was that movie called? How to get rid of a guy in 10 days or something like that. Did you ever see that movie, you guys, with damned if I can't remember names. What am I getting? Alzheimer's? I'm going to look it up. How to lose a man in 10 days. How to lose a man in 10 days. How to lose a guy in 10 days. Yeah. That's an oldie, you guys. 2003. Y'all should go watch that. I feel I'm not going to tell you what you're going to get from it if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, go watch it again. You might see yourself somewhere in there, even though it's a romantic comedy, right? I don't know. They're just telling me. Yeah, Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey. Go watch it. Put it on your watch list for the weekend. Let's see what their feelings, what their hidden burning heart messages are for you, Virgo. And this doesn't mean it's true or not, but this is the energy playing out with this person right now as they're on the verge of collapse. Okay? I don't feel like I deserve you. I knew you were the one when I met you. I'm afraid of commitment. Yeah, they got issues. They might be an avoidant. I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. Oh, I just need you. I need you to get back on the shelf where you belong. That's their thought process. You tame my demons. I want to kiss you. Oh my goodness. We're meant to be together. I'll wait as long as it takes for a shot. How many shots have you given this person? Leave a comment below. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. Okay. This person's weak. They're weak. They've ghosted you? Did they ghost you? I kind of feel like that is what's happened. But maybe they ghosted because they're just an a-hole, or they're just immature, or if they're avoidant, whatever. It still needs to be healed. Still need a little therapy there. But blaming other people? Come on now. Nobody held a gun to your head. You did what you did because that's what you chose to do. I want a future with you. I'm ready for commitment. That's the strategy. There you go. Listen, I don't know if you need to be careful. I don't know exactly what your situation is. Just remember, it's a general reading. And everybody's story is unique and specifically different. And if this is something that you're kind of resonating with, definitely book a reading with me or a phone call. I have a really good service that I'm offering now that you might want to check out. It's not really tarot. It's strategies that I can offer you if you're dealing with someone who's in this energy. Everybody's situation is unique, of course. So, go to my website. Link is below. I should have fought for you. Okay, so a little bit of guilt coming in with this person as well. For sure, a little bit of guilt. Some of you have been with this person for more than a year. Some of you. All right. This person is going to be showing up in the summer, before the summer ends, right? For sure. With this end. Them coming towards you. So I feel like during the summer, right? Like we said, the end of August, or the end of July. What the heck? Are we going into September soon? What the heck's going on? Okay. Mid-August, kind of where we are now, until mid-September, right? The energy, I feel like, is the collapse starting. The collapse. And then I feel like you're going to get some kind of reach out of some sort afterwards. Once it hits them. Once it hits them, that there isn't a way to connect with you, or if they try to connect with you, there's no reconnection between September and December. Yeah. Patience, Virgo. Anything that goes too fast is not going to be worth it in the end. So I don't know what you're going to do. Obviously, we're not close to that time. Not going to look that far ahead. But I do feel like this is mostly about this person is collapsing. The process of collapse. Their world's falling apart. Because there's a lack of access to you in some way, shape, or form. And this might be something that's already been happening for some of you. Or it might start happening in the end of August here. Yeah, look, some of you just like you're moving on because someone's unavailable. Emotionally unavailable. Whoever you're dealing with here can't make that connection, not capable. Whether that's by choice or just they can't do it. Something's over here for you and you're moving on, right? There's a door. Can I pet that dog? Oh, God, I said it would stop. Let the dog out. Ooh, let the dogs out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, so I do think you're letting go. And you're ready for a new beginning in your life, in your love life especially. And it's not your job to fix someone, fix the emotionally unavailable. You just can't, like, no matter what you do, you could be freaking Jesus in his sandals, sitting there with this person, giving all the love in the world, trying to connect with them. And until they're ready to face their own demons, they rather have you tame their demons. But until they're ready to face their own demons themselves, like Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon at the end, where he was in the mirrors, fighting in the mirrors, that was about him and his own, that was self-reflection. It was about him fighting his demons. That's how I took it. I don't know if that's really how it was, but that's what I interpreted it to be, right? He was fighting the demons. He was fighting the self-deception. And until this person is ready to fight their own, like battle their own self-deception, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. And that's why you got to let them hit rock bottom. If they broke up with you, Virgo, give them the breakup. They don't want anything to do. They don't want the relationship. Let them have it. Say, have at it. Go ahead. I'll give you exactly what you want. And I'm going to keep giving that. Because, you know, I mean, Virgo, if like somebody tells you don't want the relationship and you're like, wrong. It's like George Costanza in Seinfeld when what's-her-face was breaking up with him. Or he was breaking up with a girl. And she was like, no, we're not breaking up. And if somebody wants to end something with you, Virgo, just be like, okay, see you around, clown. Just kidding. But seriously, if that's the energy, just let them have it. Give it to them. Yeah, and keep going with that manifestation. You're doing the manifestation work for yourself. Not manifesting some particular person, but you are talking to the universe. You're talking to God, your spirit guide, your angels, and you're telling them exactly what you want. That's setting your intention. And you got to speak it out loud. Speak it into existence. And some of you are doing that. You're saying it out loud. That's most important. And I didn't even realize this. I heard this the other day. When you speak it out loud, you're actually telling, your brain is listening. You're talking to your brain. You're changing the neuroplasticity in your brain by speaking out loud and talking out loud. Because your brain and your ears, your brain is processing the new and it starts responding to the new. Just thinking it is not going to work. You have to say it out loud. So, you know, what's a really good practice is if you have one of those voice recorders on your phone or wherever, take it every day and talk to it. Speak it out. Just start talking to it. If you don't have anyone to talk. Somebody posted a comment, what if you have no one to talk to? Well, that's okay. You still must keep talking. Oh, I hear a thunderstorm coming in. All right. Look, pets, can I pet that dog? I'm done. Talk to your pet. Talk to your dog, your cat. They got lots of love for you. Okay. Some of you are maybe just going to, you know what? That's pet therapy right there for some of you. And I know there's a group of Virgos here. They're like, yeah, that absolutely is. Yep. I love my kitties. I love my animals. Some of y'all got a snake. You're curling up with your snake. Okay. You do you. But I'm telling you, this person is absolutely going to break. They're going to break. Let them break. Make them break. Make them break. Oh, Chinese signs. I got to get this video done, recorded before the storms come in. Rolling thunders coming in here. Let's take a look. Chinese signs. Year of the snake. There we go. That's what I said. Year of the dog. What? Really? Can I pet that snake? I swear. I will work on stopping saying that. Year of the rooster. Year of the rat. Goat. Pig. Tiger. Horse. Nay. Someone's name Renee? Do we have a Renee? Any Renees in the reading? Say hello. Leave a comment. Okay, let's get some. Oh, you have a Virgo. You have a Pisces here. Somebody's birthday on the 6th, the 11th, the 5th, the 2nd, the 25th, and the 26th. What other signs Virgo's dealing with? Virgo again, Leo. Oh, Libra. Sagittarius twice, Aquarius, Libra again. Cancer, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius. Okay. Initials, please. All right, you've got the letter A. You have F, O, the letter Z, You have V, W, X. Oh, weather in Virginia, watch out. If you live in Virginia or the Virgin Islands, watch out. Big weather event coming. Okay. Fogarty. They just gave me Fogarty. They're giving me Arizona. I'm getting Nevada. I'm getting Oklahoma. I'm getting France. I'm getting Washington. Whether that's DC or the state, I don't know. We have G, B, S, K, and J. Okay. I'm getting George Washington Bridge. I'm definitely picking up Australia. All of a sudden, I saw kangaroo in my mind, which it's giving me Australia vibes. Somebody's watching a serial documentary, like on a serial killer, BTK. The BTK? Somebody might, in Green River? Somebody watched that. Or is watching that right now. Someone's in the Southwest. So wherever you live in the world, you live in the Southwest portion of where you live. Okay. Let's get a couple more birth dates and or ages. Oh, they just gave me Pacific Coast Highway. Just said. All right, we have the 20th, the 5th. We said that already. Someone's 55. We have the 4th. So we have triple numbers, 444. Triple numbers, 555. Okay. 54. Oh, Gemini's here. The 24th, the 22nd. Also. No teens. Doesn't mean it's not your reading, though. Someone's 45. Did I say that already? 42, 52, 56. Someone's birthday's on 9/11. We have a 9/11 birthday. September 11th. All right. Charms. Okay, Virgo, look at this. Got $100 bill. Dollar bills, y'all. They're giving me the phrase, and I haven't gotten this phrase before. They're saying, put your money where your mouth is. That needs to be your, I feel, they're saying that needs to be your response to this person. Okay? Care to place a wager on those words? That's what I'm hearing. Put your money where your mouth is. Care to put some money down on your promises? To go along with your promises? Or your declarations? Because, money talks. Money walks. Okay? Some of you are also coming into some money as well, very soon. All right. Somebody's having fish, or has had fish, or is eating a lot of fish lately. Be careful of that Mercury. But do get your selenium. All right, this is also a symbol of Christianity. So someone's going back to their faith or switching their faith from one to the other. Or it's just really connecting to Jesus, connecting to Jesus, to the Savior. Okay. I feel like there's something to do with an airplane. Somebody might be a pilot or maybe a flight attendant. Works on an airplane. Taking a trip soon. Starting off by plane. Okay. They're telling me a DC-10. Do they even make them anymore? I don't know a darn thing about planes. Okay. Definitely a plane. Definitely going to be a trip. Somebody's at a distance. Could be a long distance thing. Okay. Next you have a bicycle. So a big bike coming up, showing up. Motorcycle, regular, maybe 10 speed, 12 speed, 100 speed. Who knows? Riding a bike, taking the bike. Somebody got a DUI and they're, or your person maybe, there was a DUI and you see them riding, or whoever, whatever, some kind of addiction. Somebody lost their license. They're riding a bike now everywhere. Definitely a connection to a bike. This bike don't even have a seat. Look at this. That's going to hurt your ass. A bike with no seat. Ouch. This is a male's bike. It's not a female's bike. Okay, I just want to say that. So this relates to a male. Maybe it's you, if you're a male listening to this, doing something with a bike. Also an umbrella. Okay. So if someone lives in a very rainy area, it's like rains most of the year. Or as you're listening to this, it's raining outside. All right, Virgo. So that's going to be your reading. I just heard alpha or alfalfa. Alpha or alfalfa. Oh, and okay, now they're giving, it's always the way. So they're giving me Air Force or an Air Force base. Off it. They're just saying off it Air Force base. I don't, where is that at? Is that Missouri? Offutt Air Force, Missouri. Some kind of connect. I think it's Missouri. Don't mark my words, but they're telling me like Missouri. Some kind of connection. And they're also, okay, there's something going on also with some fog. It's like a foggy area. Someone like, oh my gosh, they just told me, do you remember that movie? Look, I'm looking at it. Fog. Do you remember that old movie, The Fog? Some kind of horror, spooky thriller? The Fog. And they're giving me a band name, In Excess, INXS. Oh, that was Michael Hutchins. Right, In Excess. I'm lonely. Somebody looks like Michael Hutchins, or did, back in the day. Oh, BK Killer? Am I saying, why do they keep bringing that up to me again? Okay. SWV, a group, SWV, like a R&B group, soul group, or SVW, another back in the day. Somebody's wearing Crocs or clogs, Crocs, or wears them, maybe for work. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to end that there because I could call these out like for hours. So yeah, there's your reading. Again, smash that like button and do subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll be back here tomorrow for your weekend reading. Tentatively, I'll try. If not Friday, okay? But I think I'll be able to do it tomorrow. So yeah, definitely reach out if you would like to have a phone call with me. I've changed the format real quick, you guys, of my personal readings now. So if you're looking for a predictive reading, like you just want to find out what someone's doing or what they will do, that's the text reading, right? So you just book it, pay for your questions, send me your questions, and I'll text you back with your reading. My other readings, the other phone calls that I have are actually not readings. They're spiritual empowerment type of phone call, intuitive reads. And they're basically, if you just really want to get into some better energy for yourself going forward, okay? And then last but not least, I have what's called my magnetic love call, and that's for women only, okay? And that is really just about how to get someone to open up, lean in, and pursue you without losing your power. So that is a brand new service. Okay, and there's no tarot cards with that. There's no tarot cards with the phone call readings, just the text readings. All right, I'm going to leave that there. So have a great night, and I will see you all back here tomorrow.
Forget